The conditions that night were probably the worst I've ever been in on a night show. The waves were probably the same height as an upstairs window.
Looking at the boat and just seeing massive walls of water. Unbelievable, the size of the waves and the noise.
It began, as these things often do, in calm weather. After checking the forecast, Stephen Williams, a friend, and his son decided to go estuary fishing in Stephen's new, well-equipped boat, Kasam. The estuary was the mouth of the River Tor at Appledore on the North Devon coast. The date? January the 22nd, 2005.
Got in the boat, started the engine, went out to where we were going to go fishing, dropped anchor and started to set up all our tackle.
After some time, despite the anchor, they realized that they were drifting, so they tried to restart the engine, but it wouldn't start. They raised it, only to discover the propeller was entangled with rope.
The area is potentially dangerous because of the Bideford bar. It's one of the most notorious bars in the country that we've got. It's not a nice place to be if you're caught out.
The fishermen were drifting helplessly towards the bar. The sun was sinking fast and every second counted in the gathering darkness.
We had a flare, which we'd put up, and also I had a handheld spotlight, and I was flashing that one around to try to get attention.
That single distress flare, costing a mere £30, saved their lives. Because within moments, the flare had been seen by a member of the public who called the Coast Guard. The Appledore inshore lifeboat Douglas Paley launched at 7:29. On board were Helmsman Gary Stanbury and crew members Andrew Hallet and Martin Davis.
It's just waves breaking in the boat all the time, and then all of a sudden we heard a big bang inside the boat, and we think we hit the fairway buoy or something, but it punched a hole in the front of the boat, and that was when we started to sink. You know, and we were going down fast. We were bailing out water, and as fast as we were bailing it out, it was coming in.
We were all a bit scared at first. It's just something that we do. You know, we're trained by the RNLI up to the highest standard. We have the best boats in the world, and we do the job.
The casualty was approximately here. The IOB that night came down, came across the mussel beds.
When we actually got out there, you could hear the surf breaking, and we could actually see the light where the casualty was. We couldn't see the casualty because of the size of the waves at the time. We went to go into the tail first of all, and we found out that there wasn't that much water left there. So we aborted the run.
They had to come back out again and follow the buoys out into the bay and come back in to the casualty.
We went out over the Bideford bar and came in on the biggest wave we could find. I think it was luck as well as judgment at the time that we actually found the casualty the first time.
Once more, despite the dangerous seas that threatened to capsize them at any moment, Helmsman Gary Stanbury headed in towards the casualty's light.
When I saw the lifeboat come in, it was just a relief. Like your heart just went, oh, great, they're coming for us. One minute the lifeboat would be 18 foot up in the air and we were in the bottom of the trough. Next, we'd be up in the air and they were in the bottom. So they kept going back and forward to try and get us. And they were saying, wait, wait, wait. I think it was about the third time that they came in that they managed to grab Ian's arm and pull him into the boat. And then I think 3 or 4 more turns of coming in, I managed to get out of Darrow by the scruff of his neck and his belt, threw him in the boat. And I heard, wait, 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 because I was going to jump as well. And then a massive wave just broke right in the back of the boat, and it's just like where you see on telly, you know, something happens just as they manage to get off, the boat sinks. But it didn't work that way. I was still on the boat. I was stood in the back of the boat, water up past my knees. My life just flashed before my eyes, because then the boat came back towards me and they were going, come on, come on, come on. And I just jumped in the boat. And then my boat went down.
I'm aware of the fact that every time a flare goes up and they're called out, exactly what they are giving. They're not just giving their time, they're not just doing what they're trained for, they are actually putting their lives on the line to rescue somebody else. With knowledge that they may not themselves come back. I'm always going to be in their debt, and it's the fact that they gave me my husband back and my children back their father, and for that I can't thank them enough. I'll never be able to thank them enough.